now going to make the Jenigami Classic car. This is the full-size version that comes on the CD, so this is quite substantial. And as you can see, I've made this one up to be a wedding car. I've decorated it in silvers and greys, kind of like what a wedding would be, and I've added some little embossed things on the end to look like tin cans. And like all of my designs, this will fold flat, but there is one slight difference. You have to lift the bonnet up, which you would do in a classic car anyway, and then the whole design folds perfectly flat for posting or storage. And then just lift it up again and you can fold the bonnet down again. Now you have your classic car. You also get a smaller version on the CD. So I've cut this one, I've actually just coloured in with marker pens, and this one's a colourway that comes on the CD. So you get your design like this. It either comes in two ways. You either get it in coloured, where everything's been done for you and all you need to do is cut it out and put it together, or you get all the individual parts that you can cut out from different coloured cards yourself. For example, this part here is the side of the car, and this part here is this little part that would be like the fold down roof section of the car. So you can cut that out from a different colour card and stick it onto here. But if you're cutting out the colour version of the template, that's already coloured in for you. So that would be the same for, you get lights that go on the car, you get number plates that go on the car, you get door handles, you get trim for the front and back bumpers of the car. So you get all of these little sections that you can cut out from different coloured card and stick onto these parts before you start to build it, or you can just cut the coloured card and just go for that option. You do get templates for wheels, but again, if you don't want to cut anything intricate like that out, I would just cut out the basic shape and then maybe either just draw something on here, or maybe use a punch of a flower or something and attach that to make a wheel shape on here. You get quite extensive instructions with this one, not that it's difficult, but just because there is lots of parts that I need to talk through quite clearly to you. So these are the three main sections of the car. These are the two side sections here with the windows, and this is a middle section that goes down the centre of the car to help hold it together. I'm going to start with these three sections, and I'm going to take these two sections, which are actually your seated sections, that go into the centre of the car here, and we'll start with the ones with the slot in the middle here, and cut this one very well, but this one is actually going to go into the slot at the bottom middle of this car section here. It's then got slots at either side that I'm going to slot the car into. The main thing you need to do here is to make sure that you have the car parts all facing the same way. So they've all got a slope section at the back and a straight section at the front. And then I take the other part here and slot that in. Oh, put that one back to front. As I'm just telling you not to do that, and I do it myself. Okay, so that's those three main sections. I'm going to try and hold them together at the front now while I add on the other seated section at the back here. I'm going to slot it over there, and then I'm going to slot it up underneath the two at either side. And there we have the two seated sections put in. And then I'm going to take the very back section of the car, which is this section here that's got a curved shape at the top, and this is going to weave over and under the very back sections of the car. I'm then going to take the front windscreen section, and that's going to join up these two other window sections here. So it's going to go over in the middle and under at either side. And I then take the front section of the car, right the front here, and goes under at the middle and over either side. So hopefully you can already see, oh my background's popped out, you can already see the shape of the car is starting to build. There we go. Now it's not much of a car without any wheels though, is it? So for the wheels, we take these sections here. Now I have to remember to get these on the right way round. You can be easily guided though by looking for where the holes are in here and where your slots are remaining on the car. So it will only fit one way. If you tried to put it on the other way, it wouldn't actually work. So I would go for the main slots first, the 3 in the centre, and just slot it over and under these. Hopefully from this you can see that this one is actually really simple to put together and it's really simple shapes to cut out, especially if you're using the coloured version. So there we have the wheels on one side, and I just need to add them to the other, and again it will only fit one way. Make sure I have it the right way. I'd use this as a wedding gift, maybe a table decoration, or you could just do it like a car, or maybe for a prom you could do it in pink or something sparkly. Right. There we have the main structure of the car, but obviously this one isn't decorated or hasn't got the extra parts put on. For the actual bonnet of the car, which you don't have to put in if you don't want to, but I think it just adds a little extra touch, you have these 3 sections here. Now they've actually got 2 lines marked on them. The first line is the one that you're actually going to glue onto the card, and the second line is actually where you're going to bend the card. So we're going to bend it at the second line, and there is actually a line further down there, and we're going to bend that one at the second line. Now what that means is you glue up to the first line, and then you attach that to the bonnet section here, but only where the first line is, so that it's actually raised above the section. This gives you this tiny extra bit of height at the front here, which gives you a little bit of a curvature to the bonnet of the car. So you would just glue these on either side there, and that would actually give you your front bonnet to the car. And the only thing you have to remember is before it will fold flat, you have to lift the bonnet section up, and then it folds flat, and then you can unfold it again. Just like we showed you with these ones. Lift the bonnet up and it will fold flat to go in a card, and then when you stand it up you can put the bonnet down again. And there we have the Jenigami classic car.